$5 happy because Phil just informed me of something I have never known, that I am the love of Marnie's life. I thought I was her chauffeur.
Come on, you get more happiness than that for $5.
Well, if we got, let's see, we got what, 5 minutes left. We can go through several things that, we've had some very, very exciting experiences with the Lions Club. You folks in the Longview Pioneer Lions Club are well known in the city of Longview. Your activities at Lake Sacagawea have just really chimed through the whole community. I appreciate that, the city appreciates it, and I'm sure our community appreciates all that you guys do. How's that for $5?
That's great, Ken. Always appreciate your thoughtful posts on Facebook.
Our invocation by Lion Walt Speck. Walt.
Dear Father in heaven, we thank you for all of the wonderful blessings that you have bestowed upon us. And we thank you for your love and your guidance in keeping us directed in the right direction. Please bless us food to our bodies. Bless us in your service. And we'll give you the praise. Amen.
Our salute by Cindy Sessions.
Of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And our song led by the illustrious vocalist Dolly Carly.
Country 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of my pilgrims' pride, from every mountain side, let freedom ring.
Thank you. Lion Chambers, do we have guests today?
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, it's my honor to introduce our Vice Council Chair, visiting from the Vancouver area, J.D. Neller, and his lovely wife, Susan.
Father-in-law. Fellow Lions and guests. That was a little weird trying to say President Ken. I would like to introduce my sister Sarah. She's been here. She's got a membership application in and should be a member soon.
And Hal Palmer, would you introduce your guests again a little more formally?
Yes.
President, not my father-in-law.
Thank God.
For both of us, right?
Yeah.
That's right. Fellow Lions and guests, my guests today are Jim Wilcox IV. I don't know if anybody knows, his father is a senator up in his district. Which district? 32nd, okay? Oh, 2nd district, okay. And next to me is the Right Honorable House of Representatives member James Walsh.
Dolly, you want to introduce your guest? Yeah, you. That's what you get for showing up.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests, I'd like to introduce Doug Osterdahl. He's our second Doug of the 4 Doug team at Colesec. He's also my lieutenant.
President Ken, fellow Lions and guests. Another successful week. Last week at the fair, $4,904. So thank you to everybody that helped. And there's more signups there. Steve Patterson isn't here today. He told me he was taking care of the lake, so I didn't put out a sign-up sheet. So, did anybody get a call from Steve?
I call him his
Okay, well, we only need one person down there, so that's okay. Steve can handle it. So, anyway, for the fair, sign-ups are there. We need lots of help in the morning for the kettle corn and popcorn. 7 o'clock because it's gonna be so hot.
Can I make one comment? As an
President Ken?
Ken, no lines, I guess. As an ex-committee chair that ran that, I really want to appreciate, we should really appreciate what these guys are doing with the food concession. We just paid for 2 college scholarships on 2 Thursday nights by spending our time selling food down at the fairground, or down at the lake.
Thank you.
Very good, right?
Gary Hill, information on clothing. Behind you.
President Ken, fellow Lions guest, obviously you can tell I brought the Lions diaper, but I want to also bring to your attention the used stuff that Greg Firth had donated to the club is over on this rack. There's a few more t-shirts. There's prices marked on it. We're having a clearance sale, so everything must go. Come see me today or we can't save you any money. Tom Peterson right there.
Sound like you sound like a car salesman, Gary. Terry Woodrow, golf course or golf event.
King Lion, Ken, fellow Lions guest, yeah, just a little wrap up on the golf tournament. Patterson did finish last, so that's the good part of it. Jim didn't, so I don't know. He's still out on the course? Yeah, he's still out there. We don't know where he is. Anyway, unless we've got other bills and any other money come in, well, that a girl, Dolly, do you help me out here? At any rate, I've got us for the money that's earmarked for the, what was it? Yeah, that's total. And anyway.
I saw her lip
now you
move.
lost my train of thought. There's trouble. At any rate,
So what's the number? It's not a
thanks for all the help I got out there and for what we did. And all this money is earmarked for the Lions Scholarship also, and we grossed somewhere close to $4,600. Net of that.
Good time was had by all.
And with that, we also have over on the sign-up table, the Babe Ruth World Series is coming to Longview once again. It starts August 9th. There's sign-up sheets over there. They have a few spots left open for volunteers. A terrific time, and Longview Pioneer Lions have always been able to help volunteer to make things happen over there. The positions they have open are awesome. You sit there and check at the gate, and you can watch all the games, free. Now, with that, I know I'm going to break everybody's heart. We have a very, very busy week coming up. A lot of things going on, a lot of work, and a lot of hard days ahead, especially with the weather. So with that in mind, and looking out for the betterment of our Pioneer Lions Club, we are canceling this Thursday's board meeting. I know you're all brokenhearted, but we talked to the majority of the board. They would rather have board meeting later on than this Thursday. So this Thursday, Tom, you got all your people working hard. Thank you. With that, it's my pleasure to introduce a friend of mine. Well, yeah. George Rader, who has diligently really worked hard to put speakers together. And he just, I'm not going to say, George, welcome, introduce our guest.
Thank you. Thank you, President. Fellow Lions guests, Representative Walsh, thank you for joining us. You know, I heard that talking about successful marriage reminded me of when my 2 boys were young. We'd let them watch 1 hour of TV a day. That was the rule, and they always watched these reruns. So I came home and sat down and read the paper, and pretty soon the youngest comes in. He said, Dad, Brian won't let me watch Gilligan's Island. It's my turn to pick the program. And then we're supposed to trade off. It's my turn. I said, you're right, Ted. She went back in there, and a minute later, Brian came on and said, Dad, I let him pick 3 days in a row, so I get to watch Bewitched today. I said, you're right, Brian.
Coming back in. My wife's watching this and says, you're not going to ever teach the boys to do conflict resolution if you always agree with them. And I said, you're right, dear. It worked. Okay, I found that as you get older, some of the technology is challenging. For example, big numbers they put on calendars. For some reason, I thought that this was the last Tuesday of the month, and we didn't need a speaker. But fortunately, the speaker that was willing to come today is not challenged by technology. He runs technology, and he agreed to come and speak today on very short notice because I agreed to mention he's going back to China on August 1st. I promised I would mention that he has a 2015 Nissan Sentra that's got 36,000 miles on it. So my 10% plus his price, let me know afterwards. So my speaker's name is Fox Wu. He's a graduate of New York University in digital marketing, something like that. Oh, yeah. Close. And he mentioned to me that he has worked with Lions in China on some charities for children, and he'll maybe touch on that. And he's going to be talking about social media and his experiences here working with Northwest Innovation Works down in Kalama. So please give a nice warm welcome to Fox Wu.
Okay. 大家好. Oh, sorry, wrong channel. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. So it's a great honor. I'm standing here, have this lovely people here, and have my speech to share some of my experience and understandings about marketing and social media, something like that. Just yesterday, George told me that I can have this opportunity to have this lecture here. And he gave me some options for topic. So one of this is how wonderful it is to know George. Okay, and honestly, no kidding, I planned this topic for today. But then I just found maybe I need 3 hours for this topic. So 15 minutes is definitely not enough, right, George? Okay, all right.
Anyway, we'll let you know.
Okay, so this speech is mainly about marketing because I am a marketing person and I did marketing things both in China and the United States, and I don't know if there are some marketing experts here, but I just want to share some of my stories and understandings in this field. So first of all, it's about, so when people talk about marketing, people say, okay, what should I do? There are thousands of different marketing tools can help you in your business or in charity or in your daily life. It's like tremendous options. So what should I do? Sometimes, let's take it back to like decades ago when we just have quite simple, a few of options like billboard, radio, newspaper, magazine, and later television commercials. It's really easy. I just want an advertisement there. I mean, on the street or on the television or radio or on the newspaper. But now, thank internet, gives us more options and give us more, difficulties of choosing what tools I need to use. So here is my solution. Just think about the problem you are solving. Sometimes I just ask myself, okay, what problem do I have, or what problems do I have, and how can I solve the problems? Just start from the problems and go to your goals, and from goals to your marketing tool mix. Sometimes it's hard really to figure out what the problem is and how to solve the problems, but I think it's a good methodology or good start point to think about what should I do to answer this question. And I would give you an example about this is I did a campaign in China with Lions Club in China, in Guangdong province, which is in South China. It's a campaign for children, very young children with cancer and their family and parents and family. But at that time, so we asked ourselves, what problems are we solving? Money definitely is one of the problems they have. They need more money to do the medical treatment. But on the other hand, it's quite a psychological problems for the children because they don't understand what cancer is and what the treatment is. And sometimes they ask, why I have no hair? Because they do the, what's the name of the treatment?
Chemotherapy.
Oh yes, yeah. Sorry, I'm foreigner here. Yeah, my poor vocabulary. So when they do this, they ask questions. Why I don't have hair and why you have it? So.
I asked that question a couple times.
So at that time, we just so our problems we were solving for the campaign was first raise some money for the children and their family, and the second is give them some psychological support. So the campaign we did was bold for, I will use Chinese, it's called AI, pronounced like I, but it's the trick here is it's a same pronunciation for both love and cancer. Because I'll tell you, like in Chinese, love is I, cancer is I. You can find it in different tones, but it's same letters. So that's why we have this name of the campaign. It's bold for I, or for bold for love, or bold for cancer. So in this event, we have a lot of local celebrities or influencers or some college students or volunteers. They sell their they sell their hairs on social media. It's a thing like, okay, I will get bald head on that day. Does anyone want to buy this thing? And the money will all donate to for the children with cancer and their family. So it's like so we just did the two things at the same time. We raised some money from selling the bald head, and at the same time we have some support to the children. So the biggest event was in a huge shopping mall in Guangzhou City. It's the capital city of Guangdong Province in South China. In a huge shopping mall, have a lot of people there, and we just shaved the heads there. There were not only men, but also a lot of women have really long, beautiful hair, and they just shave it. So I was so moved at that moment, and it's a good story there for the media and social media. So I've met, because most of volunteers would just sign up before the event, but there are some people just passed by and saw the event and they just go there and say, can I also shave my head to show the support to the children? And I remember this is one of the girls, this is a really young girl, maybe around 18 or just in college, I think. And she has really long, beautiful hair, and she told us have this hair for 5 years to have like this long to the waist. And when she saw the event, she just went there and have a bald head. And it was, and the next day, this story was on all the big newspapers in the city and social media. And we just tell the children that it's just a hairstyle, nothing else. You can have long straight hair, you can have curved hair, and you can have a bald head. It's just a hairstyle. So the children just feel much better about this. So that's the problems we were solving. Just start from it, and we planned PR on media and the event, the event in the shopping mall, and the social media topics, and selling their bald head, online events. All of the things came from the problems we were solving. So that's just how to start thinking about what should I do for marketing. And the second thing is about money, because always you need to you can't say I want to do all of these marketing things, but I don't have any budget for it. It's nonsense. So you always need some budget for the marketing things. But for charity is also an example from that things. When I was in my previous job in China, we donate our expertise I mean, we also donate some money and some things, but what we our company had a program is like donate your expertise. Because I was in a marketing agency, so we just do all of this marketing campaign for the children with cancer for free. Because we say we donate our expertise, our time. It also can be a way for charities to use the money in different places for different things, not for the marketing, because it's very, money consuming, especially if you want some advertisement on TV or something. It's maybe like can be thousands or $10,000, $100,000 to do that. I don't think it's worth spending such a lot of money there. But maybe you can find some programs or co-branding or some way to work together, to collaborate, to create something creative that have let those people donate their expertise to help the charity goes forward. The third one is about the I would say keep measure and keep adjusting your marketing plan, because sometimes it's now the world is changing so fast. You can't predict what will happen next. So always is just keep your eyes on the data, on what happened, and just try to think what will happen and make some adjustment from time to time to keep everything in track. That's probably some quick takeaways for you. And at last, I want to share a story. It's nothing about marketing. It's about my kind of experience living in the United States, because I'm leaving soon on August the 2nd, not 1st, 2nd. Yeah, I've been here for 4 years. I'm originally from China, and I just found some interesting things about globalization. It's a story, it's a conversation between one of my colleagues, he's from Canada, and me. We talk about food and cooking, because I like cooking, and so does he. So we talk about how do we preserve food long time ago. I said, in my hometown, we just smash the tomato and put them in jars and just close it and vacuum the air in it to preserve the tomato for winter time. And my colleague from Canada said, oh, we do the same thing. My grandparents also do it now. I said, wow, that's interesting. And I said, oh, we also preserve some meat and just make it salty and dry pork to preserve it through a long time, even for summertime, because it's dried and it's salty. And he said, oh, yes, we do the same thing, but not pork, but fish, because he's in Vancouver, BC, so he's close to ocean and have a lot of seafood. And from this story, I just found, I think people are all the same. It's we just have some minor differences about fish or pork, but the salt and how we process the food to make it dry, to make it salty, it's all the same. So from this story, I just really found it's also my experience in the United States. Honestly, I had some stereotypes for U.S. people, but after I spent 4 years here, I changed my mind, some of my mind, and find it's a more precise thinkings about the world and about the different people in the world. Because just like what I said, is we just process food in the same way, salty and dry. I don't care it's pork or fish, because they are all delicious. Thank you. And George, 我今天的演讲结束了，你有没有什么要说的话？
没问题。
Oh, okay.
And
Only 3 words ago.
in English, it's only 2 words. It means no problem.
Oh, okay.
And Fox, I would like to present you with a mug. We're drinking some of that good, let's say, airline cola.
Okay.
And membership application, which you might turn into your club when you get back home.
Okay, good. I'd like to.
And again, thank you so much for being here with us today.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you very much. What an inspiration for a talk like that today when we have our busy, busy week. What a thrill to sit and listen to somebody talk about marketing situations that take place in different organizations. The Pioneer Lions Club for Longview, Washington are very proud of what we do, and our volunteers, as he spoke, the volunteers make things happen. It's us that volunteer to make things happen for our students that we send to schools, for our sight and hearing that we go through. Greg can tell you stories about many, many activities and people that cannot afford things because of the sight and hearing. With the sight and hearing, it makes their dreams come true and possibilities. So when we look at what we're doing this week and everything taking place at the lake, and everybody looks at, oh, busy schedule, we're really getting hammered. This is only a couple weeks out of the summer months. And it makes somebody's life a little more special when we do that. And as far as marketing our Lions Club, everything we do proves to the community that we are a group of volunteers that can really make things happen and make this a quality of place. I know my wife doesn't like that term, but it's quality of place for all of us to live in Cowlitz County. So with the Lions Clubs, and very active, if you go back to China and become a Lion member, George will sign your slip.
Actually, I have many friends in Lions Club in China.
Good. Are you a member?
Not yet, I will.
Okay. I've been told by JD and everybody that all you have to do is ask. We're asking you to become a member. Anyhow, we thank you and really appreciate what you've done today. I think it fits right into what this group of people are doing for the community this week. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Arlene?